like 100%.
Okay, so, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks very much. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye.
We should still be fucking quick though.
It takes you 40 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if something fucks up, it's an hour. So you want to leave now.
We can.
So we should not record
I don't. I would not. I would not gamble on that. Honestly.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Like.
Yeah.
Let's do I for 10 minutes.
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do a shorter one for I. We'll make it shorter.
Okay.
Okay. Ready?
I spy with my little eye.
So
ready?
I for Irish.
Hi everyone, it's Shane.
Constatato is Mr. Oscar.
Okay, and we are going through the alphabet, and you're listening to Pure Notions podcast. We're going from A to Z, and I am already flustered because we are doing the letter I, and we're going to be doing Ascailga Irish.
Sha Toshe Gahuntuk.
This is going to be a 3-second episode. This is going to be so short.
Tá is far an céad rud is is fear Gaeilge briste ná béarla cliste ach níl mé anna cliste.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, cliste your clit off. Just go for it. I'm will to rig.
Tommy bhí mé rugach rig.
Rugach rig. You were born ready. Oh, okay, I got it.
I still have it.
Do you know what I'm just thinking? Wow. They will not be able to put the subtitles on this because Instagram will have no feckin' clue or YouTube what is going on.
I think even like a qualified Irish speaker wouldn't be able to understand.
No, probably our accent.
But you know, what is your relationship with the Irish language?
So, for those of you who don't know, if you're listening, Irish, we have our own language. A lot of people do not know that. I worked in Vodafone for 5 years. And this customer once said to me, I can understand Irish. I don't speak it, but I understand it. And I said, really? That's amazing. He said, well, yeah, I understand everything that you're saying. And I was like, this is English. A lot of people think it's English with an Irish accent.
Hiberno English.
Yeah.
It's like Scots and Scots Gaelic.
Yeah, but so I speak English, Tommy Abata Barla Larch, completely different language. No. I recently went to an Irish class. Well, it wasn't an Irish class. It was an opportunity for lots of expat people from Ireland I can't believe I said expat. I'm so sorry.
Shame.
I've been reading so much about influencer douchebags in Dubai that I said expat. Sorry, I apologize, foreigners. But we had like an hour where we just met up in a pub and spoke in Irish. I was dreadful.
Oh yeah, that's fine. But you know, Tashi an sin, you know, Tashi an sin.
It's Jock McCown.
Tashi is Jock McCown agus big two.
Big not fucking able to kindle
on problem one atargum is a tá trí teanga osma count Berla
Gaeilge
agus an Slovak agus beganin Frankish agus nuair bí mé an scoil be mé ag fálam Frankish ach agus be mé ma cé teanga eile ma ceanteanga one but big Berla
shocking
Berla Gaeilge Frankish ach nuair cuaimig an Slovak an Slovakia be mo Frankish tá sé as McCown níl
tá sé fucking gone so it's Doc the bus go Bruce car
tá mé ag nuair tá mí sim sé shit.
This is like Duolingo Tourette's.
Yeah, but I think now I'm actually more comfortable in a way speaking Slovak.
You're better than I thought though. Like I learned it. I didn't learn it very well. I learned it by memory.
Yeah.
So I got an A in ordinary level, but I memorized it. So like, for example, like for those of you who don't know, like when you used to do the oral exam, you would say like, tell me about your town. And you're supposed to say, I like my town. It has a swimming pool. my town is nice. And I went in being like, well, there's a lot of economic development recently in my town, and as a result of multiculturalism, there's been an influx of people from all over the world. And the man stopped the tape. I remember this specifically. The official examiner stopped the tape, and he was like, "Am tú gan ard level, no ard level? Are you higher level or ordinary level?" And I was like, what? And I literally went, what? And he's like, Gná level or ord level? As in like higher, lower. And I did not understand what that meant. So I was like, I don't understand what you're saying. He was like, are you ordinary level or higher? And I was like, oh, I'm like the shit one. Ordinary. And he was like, I was like, I've just memorized it, but that's okay, isn't it? And he's like, yeah, it's okay. Like, it's okay. And so you're like, what do you want to do when you leave school? Like, I want to go like Bawatlam, Dolgati, Ulskal. And I was like, Lido and Nabru, where's Nadalty Shaw, or all this stuff. Like, I would want to reduce the pressure placed on medical students because I want to be a doctor. As if I want to be a doctor. Imagine me doing surgery. But Irish, it's making a comeback. It's making a comeback. Kneecap. All for them. You know, Paul. By the way, Paul, our producer, has no clue what's going on.
Well, yeah, that's true. But it doesn't make a Gaelic sense for me.
Have you?
But
a Gaelic of sense. I see what you did there.
Shane's favourite move.
My native tongue is Gaelic.
But yeah, no. It does sound like just if like one of my relatives had a stroke, you know, like a deep Vorarlbergian, deep Upper Austrian, like with a thick Austrian accent.
Have you heard many people speak it though? Have you heard many people speak Irish?
This is the second time. This is the second time. The only time was when I was on school abroad with we did a week in Ireland, and they forced us into one of those English learning classes. No, clearly the teachers just want to spend 3-4 hours without screwing around. Not supervising us. I get it. You know, you want your mini vacation. I understand. You know. So we had that, and that guy tried to do Gaelic with us for like one day.
Do you remember anything?
The only thing I remember is poke my tongue or something like that.
Poke my horn.
Poke my horn, yeah, exactly. Kiss my ass, right? That's the only thing I remember.
The phrase most people remember coming out of school is Anul Cadagum Dulgudi on Leheris.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Okay, makes also wait to jerk off or Gaelic somebody?
No, this was 90s education. If you did not ask the teacher, like, can I go to the toilet? Teacher, toilet. You had to go on well, Cadagum, Dolgody, on Levereth, Marche, de Holly. You had to say it in Irish, otherwise you just shit yourself. They just let you piss your pants, which I did multiple times. I was called Pee Wee Herman. No, I wasn't. That's I've never done that.
No. But my theory for that is why that phrase remains is like, you know, Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Yes.
And like that's like going to the toilet is like at the bottom of the pyramid.
True.
And that's like something that's like
that's
deep
the poo block.
Yeah, the poo block. So you know, if we could build on the pyramid, and because I mean Wales is bringing back their language.
By the way, the Welsh are way better. They're like higher than 20%.
Really?
Complete fluency on a daily basis.
Wow.
Welsh is of the British. I won't say the British Isles. Oh God, I'm going to be so cancelled. I just said expat and British Isles.
Yeah,
what is wrong?
What
am I reading?
Sosnoch.
What am I reading? Of the Celtic Isles, is that what you say?
It's like Celtic Isles.
The English aren't Celtic.
The islands.
The islands.
Interlopers.
The big islands.
Westeros, the correct way round. If you watch Game of Thrones. But yeah, the Welsh are the best. The Welsh are really good. But there's a resurgence in Ireland as well, though, I think. I think there's definitely a resurgence.
Maybe not to the same level as in other countries, but definitely, I mean, it's there, you know.
Do you regret not knowing it more? Because I do.
Yes and no. I mean, I know it a fair bit, I'd say, but I'd like to be able to, you know, sit down and like read a book in Irish or something, or like read some.
I mean, there's some fantastic, right, primary written books, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, like
is there?
Pixar's.
Have you read Pixar's?
No, I did order a novel.
She lived in an area that had no direct sunlight for 6 months.
Excuse me?
Yeah, she lived in the Blaskin Islands.
I
Oh, Peg. I went to see her house and I was like, yeah, this explains everything.
I was reading about those islands because when I was, I remember I was sitting on the toilet a few weeks ago and I had this flash of this kid's book that I was reading that my mother bought for me. It was called the Sleeping Giant, and it was about one of those islands, Blasket Island.
Farmarv, the dead man.
Exactly, on Farmarv. And I bought, so I was like, oh yeah, I just looked it up on eBay and it's like, oh, I bought the book, and I was like, read it to my kids, and I was like, I was even using it in class, and it's like, I was just reading, like, doing story time with it, and but then I was like actually looking into the history of the island, and like it was only barely ever populated, and during the 1830s there was a family living there. It was like a mother and father and a daughter living there.
How did that happen? Someone was like, come on, missus, we'll go out.
Somebody murdered somebody.
But they
had to.
I don't like anyone in this village. Let's move to this island.
But they were living, it was like the most isolated thing in Europe. But so they were living, it was like this really small family living there. And the father died anyway, and there was a massive storm outside, and like for weeks, it wasn't even safe to go outside. And she couldn't open it was like it was only the daughter was left alive somehow. And she had to cut up her father's body and put it through the hole in the roof for the smoke to go out. And that's what she...
We've had two horrific stories involving 1 week after the involving chimneys. I thought we were going to talk about the lovely Irish language.
No.
I do feel this kind of like I feel a sense of regret not knowing it, because I think it is so much attached to land and the names of places and the stories of places and like the ancientness of it. And I know that kind of sounds a bit airy fairy, but I do wish I was better. But I guess in school, because school is you're so aimed at an exam, passing an exam and getting points, you can go to the right university. The
thing is, I mean, in Ireland right now, like at least especially in the 90s, like, or in the early 2000s, like it was kind of like studying Latin or something, like where like there was really no practical application for it.
Was very
unless you got to, I mean, like now if I got to a certain level, like it's very easy to get work in TV in Ireland, like if you speak Irish, like it's really kind of
even there's apps like there's apps, there's TikToks, there's content creators. You have much more access to the language now.
I met a bunch of, so I was actually helping out with this TV show that came to Bratislava, like they're doing a tourism travel show, and it was 3 Irish influencers and they all spoke Irish. There was like because the show was
awesome.
And did you get her? And there was one woman, and she's like a radio presenter, and we're walking around, and she was like, and like they were sending like tour guides with us to like show the Primate's Palace in the thing, and I was like, I did the walking tour here like a week ago. I just can just tell you what stuff, and so okay. I was like, this is this person, blah blah, and she's like, okay, and she was like looking up. She was like, okay, now how do I say it in Irish? And she was looking up Google Translate on her phone before she was like doing a take. It's like, how do I say it? And like this is like a professional, a TV host, and she was still having to look up how to translate things.
Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah,
I reckon that's okay. Yeah. Well, should we have notes? There's a giant our whole script.
Yeah. Every single line that we're saying is
scripted. It's looking at the script right now.
Written fervently by Paul last week.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Giant script. Yeah. Okay, listen, we're going to finish up there. Yeah. We will see you next week. We're going to do what letter?
H-I-J-K-J.
That took you longer than necessary to okay, we'll be doing an English class next, so Oscar can learn the alphabet again.
Do J, jerking off.
Have a good evening and thank you for listening.
Right, slán
Woo! Okay, we should fucking haul ass.
Yeah. Yes, you guys need to haul ass. I got everything else.